exactly almost 1 week ago, last Thursday, Attorney General Holder informed the governors of Washington and Colorado State, who, as you will recall, in the 2012 election, referendums essentially decriminalized and legalized marijuana. He informed them that the Department of Justice would allow the states to create a regime that would regulate and implement those ballot initiatives that legalize the use of marijuana for adults. The department would take a trust but verify approach to the state laws, which is good. I think they should probably do that with all regulations, frankly. We should do that also with environmental regulations. And how about banking and financial regulations? That would also be nice.
Don't go too far.
Right. That's getting carried away. Deputy Attorney General James Cole issued a 3.5-page memo to U.S. attorneys across the country. Now, understand the dynamic here. U.S. attorneys get guidance from the Department of Justice, but they have a certain amount of independence, which allows them to go further and sometimes not be as aggressive in terms of what they end up prosecuting, because they make a determination as to what essentially are high priority cases. Prosecutors do that all the time. It's prosecutorial discretion. So we may see some U.S. attorneys who try and grandstand and don't necessarily follow these memos, but we shall see. The Department of Guidance in this memorandum rests on its expectation that states and local governments that have enacted laws authorizing marijuana-related conduct will implement strong and effective regulatory and enforcement systems that will address the threat to those state laws could pose to public safety, public health, and other law enforcement interests. As far as I can tell, this memo makes all sorts of sense. The DOJ will still prosecute individuals or entities to prevent any of the following 8 situations: the distribution of marijuana to minors, revenue from the sale of marijuana going to criminal enterprises, gangs and cartels. We should be doing this with any, frankly, revenue of any product. The diversion of marijuana from states where it's legal under state law in some form to other states. This one is going to be sort of inevitability, but we have already laws about contraband where you have like tobacco crossing states with a different sort of regulatory regime. State-authorized marijuana activity from being used as a cover or pretext for the trafficking of other illegal drugs. Well and good. Violence and the use of firearms in the cultivation and distribution of marijuana. Well and good. The point of legalizing it is to take, one of the points is to take it out, well, the biggest point is, I think in many respects, take it out of the black market, which breeds all of the problems so far that we've listed. Drug driving and the exacerbation of other adverse public health consequences associated with marijuana use. First half of that I got no problem with. The second half is a little bit vague. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe, you shouldn't be, high and operating heavy machinery. That, I think, is also probably pretty wise. The growing of marijuana on public lands, indeed. We should also, while the DOJ is at it, maybe look into this fracking stuff that is also, but be that as it
Again,
may.
Sam, stop going so
Right,
far.
let's not get too carried away. Preventing marijuana possession or use on federal property. All right, whatever. So there it is, folks. Just don't go down to the local federal building. Leave your nickel bag. Or do they still sell nickel bags? Do you guys even know what I'm referring to?
Was that a $5 bag?
There you go. Not so much anymore. I guess I'm not in high school anymore.
Neither are we, unfortunately.